Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. My co-host Brody is here on a Saturday afternoon, cloudy Saturday afternoon here in Massachusetts. I had a viewer ask a question regarding when the computer will determine the sub on a computer-managed team, as well as any stealing, bullpen uses, pinch hitters, base running, etc. And I wanted to let him know that the computer, obviously in the computer-controlled teams, will make the decisions. Now, you can go and modify those things under, if you look here, like for instance, Detroit is being managed by the computer here, so you can go under Computer Manager, and you can make up change these things here. Like for instance, this is already determined which pitchers come in which situations: setup versus lefty-righty, closer versus lefty-righty, starting everything. If the starters are going to start, if they're not, like if you didn't want to have, like say these guys right here. Let's see here. This guy is an as needed, so this guy is a spot starter. This guy is a sometime starter. So, but it follows the as played schedule. But you can modify these things too, so it doesn't follow that. Blue, they're in the minors currently right now. Starter schedule right here. See, this is the starter schedule. It's based upon the regular season, I believe. I'm pretty sure, 99% sure that's what it is. In fact, every game I played has been like that. Batters, you can set up your pinch hitters versus lefty, righty, pinch hitters, defensive replacements, and so on, and what positions those defensive replacements are at. Manager tendencies, you can do like base stealing. You can go aggressive, very aggressive, all the way to extra conservative, and everywhere in between. Same thing for all these hit and runs, base running, bunting, usage relief, that kind of stuff. Closer usage, regular or maximize. Is Strat-o-matic rules regarding that stuff. So if you look at if you have a copy of the Strat-o-matic rules from the board game, you can kind of determine that, as it follows it very closely, from what I understand. You can bring the infield in, whatever inning you want to bring the infield in. Hold percentage for runners on base. Minimum amount to steal, you can set that up too for the computer. The computer won't let somebody with a percentage of below a certain amount steal, so that way you don't get any base runners that are slow thrown out trying to steal in certain situations. Corners max, like I'm not sure exactly what this is, but anyway, there's different settings here. I usually just go with the defaults on there, and you can, if you wanted to, change the lineups for the computer, before the game, or you can change your lineup by doing that. Right here, I could go here and change my lineup for the Red Sox. I'm not going to, because I usually go with the as played. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So anyway, that's kind of how it works there. Eligibles, these are all you can set your eligible players. Like these guys were in the minors back then, but you could bring them up early if you wanted to. Like I could take Ripley and throw him in the minors, which I'd love to do, him and Bob Bailey, but I won't, because these are the actual lineups. But anyway, so those are just some things so there's a lot of modifications and stuff you can make in here that I don't usually use a lot of this stuff, but it might be fun to try to use it if we do like a subscriber league or something like that, setting up that where we can set up tendencies. Like say if I wanted to play a game against Al, Red Sox fan, and he wasn't here, but he had a bunch of tendencies, he could tell me what he wanted the computer to do for him, kind of thing, and what substitutions to make. Alright, so that's it. So anyway, let's get into the game, and it'll be game 2 against the Detroit Tigers. So let's get that game underway.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
All right, so Mr. Brody says play ball. So, okay, so for the Detroit Tigers, here at Tiger Stadium, it will be Jim Slaton going on the mound for the Tigers. He's got a record of 4-3 in the replay with a 3.70 ERA, 56 innings pitched, 51 hits allowed, 12 walks and 20 strikeouts, and has allowed 5 home runs to the opposition. And in the actual season, he was 17-11 with a 4.12 ERA. So those are his stats. He'll be going up against a Red Sox lineup, which is as follows. Actually, let me go through the Detroit defense first. It'll be Kemp in left, LaFleur in center, and Cochran in right. Steve Kemp. I might have referred to him as Matt Kemp for some reason. I don't know why. But Steve Kemp, the left fielder. Because I had a comment from one of the viewers that said Steve Kemp, and I imagine I must have used Matt Kemp by accident. Anyway, my bad. I apologize for that. Mr. Brody corrected me on that one too at the end. So Steve Kemp, below average range. LaFleur average range, and Cochran average range in right. Kemp just a little bit below average arm. LaFleur an average arm, and Cochran a little bit above average. And the infield, it's going to be left to right is Mankowski, Trammell, Whitaker, and Thompson. So Mankowski is below average range, commit a few errors. Trammell also commit a few errors, but is above average range. Whitaker above average. Great double play combination for the Tigers for over a decade. Trammell and Whitaker. And Thompson at first is below average. Whitaker will commit a few more than average errors. Commit a few more at the E22 there. And behind the plate is, again, Milt May, average range and neutral arm. So average arm. And Jim Slaton on the mound is an average range, and he will commit a few errors, but not that many. So that is your Tiger lineup. So the Tiger defense. So the Red Sox lineup is as follows. Just look it over real quick. Okay. All right. So a little bit different, but probably one of their better lineups here. Definitely better defensive lineups, other than one position there. Anyway, Rick Burleson, the shortstop, will bat first. Jerry Remy, the second baseman, is bat second. Jim Rice is the left fielder today, batting third. Well, actually, that's not the best, because it's better with Yastrzemski in left and Rice at DH. But anyway, Scott at first. But anyway, Kyle Yastrzemski, the first baseman, will bat cleanup. He homered in the last game. So Carlton Fisk is the catcher, batting fifth. Batting sixth, center fielder Freddie Lynn. Batting seventh, third baseman Butch Hobson, which is the defensive liability I was talking about. Batting eighth is Dwight Evans, the right fielder. And today's DH today is Bernie Carbo. So that's your Red Sox lineup against Jim Slaton, the righty. So Rick Burleson comes into the game hitting .305 with a homer and 15 runs batted in. Slaton looks in for the sign from May. Here's the windup and the pitch. And it's going to be a fly ball. Oh, actually, it's not a fly ball. It's a hard line drive to short. And Trammell will jump up and make the catch. That was headed towards left center field, but Trammell was able to leap up and get that for the first out. So Jerry Remy hitting .304 with 12 runs batted in. It's going to be off his one column. And Jerry Remy is going to have his first home run of the year, as that's going to go over the fence. And Jerry Remy hits his first homer of the year. So the Red Sox are off to a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first. That'll bring up Jim Rice. Jim Rice is hitting .336 with 8 homers and 33 runs batted in. And this is a game from Saturday, May 20th. So Jerry Remy hits his first home run in the replay on May 20th. So, all right. So everybody steps to the plate. Here's the windup in the pitch by Slaton. It's going to be off of his 5 column. Pitcher's 5. It's going to be a pop up the third. Mankowski is under, and he'll make the catch. So they'll bring up Kyle Yastrzemski, like I said, homered in the last game. Hitting .255 with 5 home runs on the season and 17 runs batted in. Slaton looks in for the sign from May. Shakes one off. Gets what he likes. Here's the windup in the pitch. It's going to be, Yaz is going to get a good pitch to hit here. And he's going to rifle a single past Thompson. Cochran retrieves it, throws it back in. So Yaz is on with a 2-out single. So it'll bring up Carlton Fisk with 2 outs and Yastrzemski at first. Fisk is hitting .289 with 3 homers and 14 runs batted in. And he's going to line a single up the middle. We're going to hold Yastrzemski at second. He's already in scoring position. So that'll bring up Fred Lynn. Center fielder's hitting .285 with 10 homers and 26 runs batted in. Here's a windup in the pitch by Slaton. It's going to be off of his 4 column. It's going to be a ground ball to Mankowski. He is a 4 range, so 1-6 will be a hit. Anything else, he'll make the play. See if he's able to handle it after. And no, he's unable to handle it. He boots it. His throw pulled Thompson off the bag. So Mankowski will be charged with an error, number 1 for Detroit. So that will load the bases for Butch Hobson, hitting .271 with 4 homers and 19 runs batted in. So we're looking for a 1 column if you're a Red Sox fan. And it's a 3 column. Let's see what he's got on there. And Trammell leaps and makes another great catch to save at least a run there, possibly 2. And the Red Sox do score 1 on the solo home run by Jerry Remy and lead at 1-0 after 1/2. Dennis Eckersley takes the hill today. Has a record of 6-2 on the season. 2.15 ERA. 67 innings pitched, 53 hits, 11 walks, and only 29 strikeouts in those 67 innings pitched, and has allowed 4 home runs. So the Detroit lineup today is as follows. Actually, let's go for the Red Sox defense first. It'll be Rice, Lynn, and Evans in the outfield. Rice is average range. Lynn and Evans are both excellent range. Rice with an average arm, and Lynn above average arm, and Evans with an excellent arm at -5. The infield is as follows. Butch Hobson, the third baseman, is below average and commits a lot of errors. Rick Burleson is excellent at short. Does commit a few errors. Jerry Remy, the second baseman, is above average range and will commit a few errors. And Yastrzemski, at his advanced age, is above average still and will commit an occasional error, but not that many. The outfield does not commit many errors at all. So Ron LaFleur will lead it off for the Tigers. He's a center fielder. Lou Whitaker, the second baseman, bats second. Legrand Orange, as Al would say. Rusty Staub is the DH. The cleanup hitter is Jason Thompson, the first baseman. Batting 5th, the left fielder Steve Kemp. Batting 6th, Milt May, the catcher. Tom Cochran is the right fielder, batting 7th. Batting 8th is Phil Mankowski, the third baseman. And the shortstop, Alan Trammell, will bat 9th. So Ron LaFleur is hitting .296 with 12 runs batted in. Does have 19 stolen bases, so we definitely want to try to keep him off the bases. And it's going to be off X4 column, which is where you want to be. And it'll be a ground ball to Remy. Daisy cutter, they call it. Fields it cleanly over to first. And 1 down for the Tigers. So next up is Lou Whitaker hitting .276 with 2 runs batted in. It's going to be off X6 column. And he'll lace a single up the middle. Lynn charges it. And plays out on a short hop, so a single for Whitaker. Staub up now as Whitaker tries to get a lead. Whitaker's off for second on the pitch. Fisk is going to try to gun him down. And pop-up slide, and he's safe. Looks like he hit his shoulder. His shoulder hit Burleson's on the chin. He's a little dazed, but appears timeout in the field. So it looks like everyone's okay, though. So Whitaker steals second. His third stolen base of the year. So running scoring position for Staub with 1 out. And it's going to be a pass ball on Fisk. And Whitaker will move into third. Ooh, Staub's going to get a good pitch to hit here. And fouls it off. Back on the screen. So Fisk can't make the play. He's back in the box. And it's going to be ball 4. So runners at the corners now with just 1 out. For Jason Thompson, the first baseman. Hitting .210 with 2 homers and 14 runs batted in. Eckersley looks into sign from Fisk. Here's the windup in the pitch. And he's going to pop one back of the plate. Fisk will grab it for the out. So 2 down now for Steve Kemp. Hitting just .193 with 4 homers and 9 runs batted in. Eckersley watches Staub as he moves away from the bag. Staub has the hold tight as X stares him down. Here's the windup in the pitch. And ooh, Kemp's going to get a good pitch to hit here. But he's going to get just under it, and he'll fly out to Evans for the final out of the inning. So the Tigers threaten but do not score, and Boston maintains their 1-0 lead going into the second. That'll bring up Dwight Evans. The right fielder is hitting .275 with 4 homers and 14 runs batted in. He would hit his 5th home run today, so hopefully he can do the same thing here in the real life. So here's the windup in the pitch. It won't be this at bat though. And he tries it there, but swing and a miss, strike 3. So 1 down. Bernie Carbo comes to the plate. Carbo is hitting .265 with a homer and 13 runs batted in 49 at-bats this season. Getting a start today at DH. It's going to be off a Slaton 6 column. Which should be a ground ball to second. Whitaker grabs it, throws the first. 1 down, 2 down. That'll bring up Rick Burleson. Hitting .303 with a homer and 15 runs batted in, so just barely staying above that 300 mark. And he'll lace a single up the middle as it falls in front of the floor. I think we're going to be a little aggressive here. We're going to try something here. 70% chance. Let's try it. Oh, and he's gunned out. So a little over-aggressive there as Burleson made the final out of the inning. Not necessarily a wise play, but definitely an aggressive play there. Hopefully that won't come back to haunt the Red Sox. I don't think it will, but you never know. So it'll be May, Cochran, and Mankowski up against Eckersley. May is hitting .219 on the season with 2 homers and 6 runs batted in. He's coming off his 1 column. And he'll line up to Yastrzemski for the first out here in the Tigers' second. So that'll bring up Tim Cochran. Right fielder's hitting .357 with a homer and 6 runs batted in. So he's been on a tear ever since the season started. Not a lot of power, but definitely has been getting on base frequently as with that 357 average. He's only walked 3 times and only struck out 3 times. So it's going to be off of X6 column. And he's going to get a hold of one here. And he'll lace a single to right, as if he was a home run hitter, that would definitely be out of here, but he is not, and he laces a single into right. Took a high hop over Remy. So a runner on first with 1 down for Phil Mankowski. Third baseman who has committed error already today, and is only hitting 163 on the season with 2 homers and 3 runs batted in. So he would like to atone for that error, even though it did not cost him a run. So Eckersley looks in for the sign from Fisk. Here's the windup and the pitch. Cochran gets his lead off for first. And they're going to try a hit and run here. Hits it to Remy, scoops it up on a close play. Fires over towards to first, and he's out on a close play. The first base coach throws up his hands in disbelief. That's the second out of the inning. So let's take a look at some of the scores from around the American League. Cleveland with the lead over Baltimore 3-0. California shutting out Milwaukee 2-0. Yankees and the Blue Jays are scoreless. Minnesota shutting out Kansas City 4-0. Another bunch of shutouts here. Oakland clipping Chicago 4-0. Worth comfortably ahead for Oakland. Tennis blanking Seattle 6-0. And right here, Boston leads Detroit by a score of 1-0. So Cochran at second with 2 down for Trammell. He's hitting .226 on the season with no homers and 4 runs batted in. And Eckersley will get him swinging at a terrible pitch that bounced in front of the plate. But Trammell could not hold up. Looks like he was determined to swing no matter what. Almost broke his back trying though. So that'll do it for the Tigers in the second. So we'll head to the third. Jerry Remy will lead it off. He homered. His first home run of the season, his last at-bat to give the Red Sox a 1-0 lead is where we stand now. So corners are playing in for Remy. Slaton looks in for the pitch from May. Here's the windup and the pitch. And it's going to be after Remy's 3 column, so he won't be no back-to-back for Remy. And he'll get onto one here, and he'll pop it up the first. Thompson will make the catch. The first out of the Red Sox third. Jim Rice up now. He popped up his first time up. And he's going to get a good pitch to hit here. And he is going to take this one way, way back and out of here. So Jim Rice hits his 9th home run of the season. Another solo shot for the Red Sox, and they now lead at 2-0. Can they go back-to-back? Kyle Yastrzemski definitely a possibility here. He can get on his 2 column, or Slaton on his 6 column. And it's going to be out to Yastrzemski's 2 column. Can he go back-to-back? No, he grounds out to Thompson at first. So he couldn't get underneath that one. Got on top of it and grounded it to Thompson at first for the second out. Carlton Fisk up now. Singled his first time up. And he'll just miss a single. Gets a 2 instead of a 1 on the split. And it's a soft liner to Whitaker, who'll make the catch. So the Red Sox add another run on the solo home run by Jim Rice and lead it 2-0 now going into the bottom of the third. Top of the order for Detroit, Ron LaFleur. Grounded out his first time up. And Eckersley will get him swinging at one in the dirt. So Eckersley got some deception going on here. And he strikes out his second batter of the day. That'll bring up Lou Whitaker. He singled his first time up. And he'll single again up the middle. Going to try to stretch it into a double. Nope, he decides to hold on. Takes a big turn around the base. Lynn fires it back into Remy. And he'll hold. Rusty Staub walked his first time up. And he'll lace a single to center. So back-to-back singles. Eckersley couldn't get a glove on that one. Whitaker will hold at second, so runners on first and second with one down for Jason Thompson. First baseman fouled out his first time up to Fisk. Oh, and he's going to get a single to left, so he finds a single spot in the 3 column. And runners go station to station, so it's going to be bases loaded now for Steve Kemp. He flied out his first time up. And thankfully, it's going to be on Eckersley's 4 column. And it's going to be a fly ball to center. This may be deep enough, though. See if they test the arm of Lynn. Well, they might there with the F3 there. Actually, I think that's the best catch you can get. I think that's how it works. See if they're going to send Whitaker to... Got under it, though. Lynn started back. Now he's coming in. Can of corn. And Whitaker holds at third, as it's not very deep. So base is still loaded for Milt May, who lined out his first time up. And he'll hit a fly ball to right. Evans will make the catch, and Detroit will not score despite loading the bases, so they leave them loaded. And we'll head to the top of the 4th. The Red Sox maintaining the 2-0 lead. Fred Lynn will lead it off here in the Red Sox 4th. He reached on an error by Mankowski, the third baseman. And he'll draw a leadoff walk here in the 4th, so good start to the Red Sox 4th. Brings up Butch Hobson, who lined out his first time up. And he's going to get under one here. And he pops it up to short, trambles under it, and he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So currently shutouts are continuing all over, although Minnesota has scored, as Kansas City has scored against Minnesota, and Minnesota now leads that game 5-2. All the rest of the games are still shutouts. Texas is pounding Seattle 7-0. I think all the other scores are pretty much similar, or definitely still shutouts by the same team, obviously. So Dwight Evans, who would hit his 5th home run, as we said before, on the day, will try to hit one now. See if he can do it, and he will not off that column. Instead, he's going to hit into a 6-4-3 double play, and that will end the inning. So he's trying a little bit too hard on that one. And Jim Rice hit his, who already hit a home run, actually hit his 13th today. So he's a bit behind his pace. I think he said that it hit his 9th. I think that's what it was. So he's 4 home runs behind his pace. But he's been hot as of lately, so he can heat it up fast. So Tim Cochran, the right fielder, will lead it off. It'll be Cochran, Mankowski, and Trammell up against Eckersley. He singled against Eckersley his first time up in the 2nd. And it'll be a grounder to Yastrzemski. He'll charge it, fire it, throw over to Eckersley covering. And he'll be retired for the first out of the Tiger 4th. Phil Mankowski up now, grounded out his first time up. It'll be off Eckersley's 5 column. And it'll be a fly ball to right. Rips one down there. Evans off to the races, coming in fast, dives, and makes the out. Nice catch by Evans. Red Sox fans would come to see that routinely from Evans in right. He's an excellent fielder. Alan Trammell up now. He struck out his first time up. He's going to get a pitch to hit here, though. See what he does with it. He'll line one out to Hobson. Actually, no. It's going to trap it on one hop. He'll throw over to first, and he'll get him. So the Tigers go in order in the 4th. And after 4 full, the Red Sox maintain their 2-0 lead. Bernie Carbo will lead it off for the Sox. Grounded out his first time up against Slaton. And he's going to get a good pitch to hit here, though. But he's going to grind it down the first base line. Thompson will make the play himself. Fields it behind the bag and beats Hobson to the bag. Carbo to the bag for the first out. Rick Burleson up now. He lined out in the first and singled in the second. And he'll ground one back to the pitcher. Slaton will scoop it up and fire to first. 2 down. Jerry Remy homered in the first and popped out in the third. And he'll get another good pitch to hit here. Oh, and he just misses another one as he laces it to right field and bounces up against the fence. Missed that one by a couple of feet. But he'll stride into second with a 2-out double. So Remy's homered and doubled. Jim Rice up now. Hit a solo home run himself. His first time up. His second time up, sorry. And that's it. That's going to be it for Slaton. Oh, actually, no, that's not going to be it. Slaton nearly threw the ball forward to the backstop. So let's see here. But they give Rice the intentional pass. So my bad. That was just the manager telling Slaton to walk Rice, and he almost threw one ball forward to the backstop. Of course, now you don't have to worry about that, as you can just say you want to walk him, and they'll automatically put him on base. So runners on first and second with 2 down for Yastrzemski. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Ground one in the third here. And you get the force at second, 5-4, so they get the middle runner. And that will do it for the Red Sox in the 5th. So halfway through, it's the Red Sox 2 and Detroit nothing. So Ron LaFleur up now, grounded out and struck out. Eckersley up to 70 pitches here in the 5th. And he's going to get a good pitch to hit here. And he'll lace a single past the dive of Yastrzemski. The backhand by Yastrzemski. So the lead runner is on for the Tigers. Lou Whitaker has 2 for 2 with a couple of singles and a stolen base. And before, always a chance to steal. Looks like he's going to be off to the races here. We're going to hold on to it here. It's a 1-19. We're not going to do much against him. And he will steal second, so he's in scoring position now. And Whitaker takes a hard slider down the middle, strike 3. So 1 down now for Staub. RBI opportunity. He's walked and singled. He's going to ground one to Remy at second here. Range check. I think he's going to have it. Over to Yastrzemski. As LaFleur moves to third, I imagine. So runner on third with 2 down for Jason Thompson. 1 for 2 with a single. Another range check on Remy. We get the same results. And we do as he picks it up and throws over to Yaz for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Tigers leave a runner at 3rd. And Red Sox currently are still shutting him out as we head to the 6th. Fisk, Lynn, and Hobson up against Slaton. 1 for 2. Slaton's up to 78 pitches on the day here in the 6th. And that'll add to his pitch total as Fisk draws a walk. So Freddie Lynn, who reached on an error and walked, will hit a fly ball to center. The floor is at average range, so 1 to 6 will be a hit. Looks like he's going to make the catch. He'll make the catch. Fisk trots back to first. So 1 down in the Red Sox 6th. Cleveland has put 3 up on the board, and it's 4-3 now, Baltimore. California has put a couple. It's 4-2 Milwaukee over California. And the Yankees and the Blue Jays are tied at 2. Minnesota and Kansas City are tied at 5, so these teams are coming back. Oakland still shutting out Chicago 6-0. Revering has hit his, I think it's Dave Revering, hit his fourth home run for Oakland. And Texas is all over Seattle 7-0. So Butch Hobson up now with 1 out and Fisk at first. And he will draw a walk, so runners on first and second with 1 down. They appealed it, but Hobson held up. So Dwight Evans up now, still looking for that 5th home run. Settle for a base hit here, though. And hits one to Whitaker, line drive, snares it for the out number 2. So the pitching coach Fred Gladding for the Tigers is out to talk with Slaton. Trots back to the dugout. Brittany Carbo up now, grounded out twice. And he lines with Thompson, so whatever he said worked, and that will end the inning. Jammed him there. So we head to the bottom of the 6th with the Red Sox maintaining a 2-0 lead. Steve Kemp up now. He's flied out twice, and once in the 1st and once in the 3rd. Ooh, and he's going to get a hold of one now. It's going to go down the right field line, and will it stay fair? Hooking, is it fair? And it's gone. So the Tigers are on the board as Steve Kemp hits a solo shot after Eckersley. Eckersley definitely not happy with that one. He was able to just keep it fair. So Red Sox lead is cut in half, 2-1 now, Tigers. So Milt May up now, lined out and flied out. And he'll line one out to Remy, the first out of the 6th. Tim Cochran singled and grounded out. He's going to hit a fly ball to center. Camp's under it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So Detroit comes into this game 6 games out. First place. So 6 games behind the Red Sox, who are in first place. So Eckersley with the pitch. And he'll walk Mankowski. Second walk he's given up today. Brings up Alan Trammell. Hit a fly ball to left. Rice is under it. And he makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So Detroit does put a 1 on the board on the solo home run by Steve Kemp. And it's a 2-1 Red Sox lead going into the 7th. So the Red Sox looking to get that run back and possibly add more. Jim Slaton back out there, 97 pitches through 6. Rick Brelson's 1 for 3 with a single. And he'll ground it out to Mankowski at 3rd. Fires over to Thompson. First out of the 7th. Jerry Remy up now. Homered in the 1st. Popped out in the 3rd and doubled in the 5th. So 2 for 3 off Slaton. And this will be a grounder to his counterpart. Whitaker's up with it. Over to first for the 2nd out. Jim Rice up now. 1 for 2 with a home run. Was intentionally walked his last time up. Which proved to be a good strategy as the Red Sox did not score. And this time he'll draw another walk, this time the unintentional variety. So 2 outs. Rice on first for Kyle Yastrzemski. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Singled back in the 1st. It's a big ground ball back to Slaton. And he's unable to get Yastrzemski as Yastrzemski beats it out, it looks like. Let's find out. And yeah, Yastrzemski beats it out. So, good hustle by Yaz. So, runners on first and second for Fisk. Red Sox hoping to get that run back here. Fisk 1 for 3 with a single. 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. And sharp liner, but Thompson's right there to make the catch for the final out. So the Red Sox unable to score. And after 6 full, 2-1 Red Sox. After, 6.5. So 7th inning stretch time. Mr. Brody's trivia question here. In 1930, out of 8 teams in the National League, how many teams had batting average over 300? 1930, out of 8 teams, how many teams had a batting average? This is probably going to be an oddity. Probably something. It's either going to be something like 0, or it's going to be something like 3 or 4 or something like that. I'm going to say 3, just to be different. 6, wow. 6 teams hit over 300 out of the 8 teams in the National League in 1930. Wow, I did not know that. 6 out of 8 teams, you know. Wow. Definitely wasn't much pitching in the National League that season. That's for the full season too, I believe, it looks like. So, alright, so Ron LaFleur up now. He'll lead it off. Eckersley back out there, 101 pitches. Bill Campbell starts loosening up in the Red Sox bullpen. And foul ball. Fish chases it back to the screen and makes the catch. Nope. He says the ball touched the screen. That's way down, so foul ball. So this time it's going to be a ground ball to Burleson. Be a range check. And Burleson's up with it. Over to Yastrzemski for the first out. So Whitaker singled twice and struck out his last time. And he'll get himself his 3rd hit of the day. Single just by outstretched arm of Hobson. Outstretched glove. So 1 out single for Rusty Staub. 1 for 2 with a single. And strike 3 called. Staub is out for the 2nd out of the inning. Jason Thompson, 1 for 3 with a single. And he will strike out swinging. Eckersley's 5th strikeout of the day. And that'll end their Tigers' 7th. So that'll bring up Freddie Lynn. The center fielder's 0 for 2 with a walk. Range check on Trammell. And he's up with it. Fires over to first. And the attendance has just been announced here at Tiger Stadium. It's 33,332. So good crowd on an average day. And Tiger Stadium is definitely a haven for home run hitters. There's a 1-19 for lefties and a 1-16 for righties on the ballpark check. Singles, it's 1 for 10 for lefties and 1 for 7 for righties. So definitely favorable to the home run ball. So Butch Hobson's up now, hoping to hit a home run. 0 for 2 with a walk. It's off of Sykes' 6th column, so this could be it. Oops. And he's going to get just on top of one and laces a single up the middle. So a 1 out single for Hobson. Brings up Dwight Evans. 0 for 3 on the day. And he'll draw a walk. So runners on 1st and 2nd with 1 down for Bernie Carbo. And it looks like Jim Slaton's going to come in to replace... Steve Falcott is going to come in to replace Slaton. So Steve Falcott comes in with a 1-0 record, but a 9.35 ERA in 9 innings pitched. Has allowed 14 hits, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts, and 3 home run balls. Home run ball would be nice. I don't see it on any of it on his card though, so it's going to have to come off of Carbo's card. This is one column, which is on the 2 column. But he'll lace a single to right. And ooh. And we're going to hold the runners who just won out. So runners move station. That'll load the bases for Rick Burleson. He's 1 for 4 with a single. This will be a fly ball to center. Is it going to be deep enough? Looks like it might be. Settles under it, makes the grab. And he stumbles going and chooses to hold up his throw. Hobson will score on a sac fly by Burleson. And the Red Sox get the run back finally. And it's a 3-1 Red Sox lead. Now a 2-run lead again. Jerry Remy's had a good day. 2 for 4. Homered in the first and doubled in the 5th. And he'll draw a walk here to reload the bases. 2 down. So it brings up Jim Rice. Be nice if he could put one out here and get the open up this game. So come on, 1 column. No, it's going to be off the 3 column, which is not necessarily a bad column for him. And he'll draw a bases loaded walk and force another run home. So Rice will get an RBI on the bases loaded walk. And that will send home Evans there for this 4th Red Sox run. It's not over yet, though, as Kyle Yastrzemski comes up. Ooh, and it's going to be Yaz's 2 column. This could be really good, especially if we get a 8, 11, or a 12. But we'll take that. It's a single through the hole. And we are going to send that lead runner home. 95% chance of, oh yeah, we're going to send Remy home. So 2 runs are going to score. We'll hold the trailing runner. And it's a 6-1 Red Sox lead now. So they've scored put up a 4 spot here in the 8th. Brings up Colin Fisk, 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Runners get their leads. And he'll hit a fly ball. Actually, a pop-up more of. Trembles under it, makes the catch to retire the side. But the Red Sox put up a 4 spot here in the 8th. And Eckersley now has a comfortable 6-1 lead. So we'll keep him in there. At least for another. Steve Kemp up now 1 for 3 with a homer. Oh, and he's going to go yard again. So Steve Kemp hits another home run off Eckersley. And that will be it as Zim comes out to replace him. Steve Kemp hits his 2nd solo home run of the day. And Bill Campbell is going to come in. He actually pitched in the game. Pitched 3 innings of scoreless relief to get the win. He won't get the win today, but he may get this. No, he won't get the save either, I don't think. It's 4 runs, even though it is the 8th. Yeah, he won't get the save. So, all right, so Bill Campbell in there now. 0-1 record with a 2.61 ERA, has a couple of saves, 10 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Ooh, Milt May's going to get a good pitch to hit here. And he'll single to center. So Cochran up now, 1 for 3 with a single against Eckersley. He's going to get a good pitch to hit, so Campbell comes in and surrenders immediately two singles. So runners on 1st and 2nd for Mankowski. And he's going to get a pitch to hit. However, he's going to hit a liner to Evans, who's right there to make the catch. Got under it just a bit. So 1st and 2nd with 1 down for Alan Trammell. Struck out in the 2nd, grounded out in the 4th, and flied out in the 6th. And he is going to lace a single up the middle as he's a weak home run hitter, so that's not a home run. So that'll bring home a run, and it's runners at the corners. Now a 6-3 game. Let's check the Red Sox bullpen here. Bob Stanley is up and throwing in the Red Sox pen. On the floor, top of the order up now. And he'll draw a walk to load the bases. And Zimmer's seen enough as Campbell has struggled. And Stanley will come in with the bases loaded and 1 out. So Whitaker will bat against Stanley, representing the go-ahead run. So Bob Stanley in with another pressure situation as Bill Campbell is unable to shut down the Tigers. In fact, he woke them up, if anything, as the Tigers now have 12 hits. So Whitaker up now, 3 for 4. And he'll get under one here and pop it up to Yastrzemski. Routine pop-up, and he'll make the catch for the second out. It'll bring up Rusty Staub, 1 for 3. Stanley's still in the jam here. And it'll be a ground ball to Hobson. Oh no. Hobson comes up with it over to Yastrzemski, and he gets him. So the Red Sox get out of it with minimal damage. But Tigers do score 2. And it's now a 6-3 game. So it'll be Lynn, Hobson, and Evans up against Steve Falkart. Back out there again. And strike 3 called. Lynn was frozen on that one on the fastball. Definitely was expecting something else. So Butch Hobson 1 for 3 with a run scored. And he'll strike out swinging. So back-to-back Ks in the 9th here for Steve Falkart. Brings up Dwight Evans, his last chance to get his home run. But he will lace a single. His first hit of the day. 2-out base runner for the Red Sox. Brings up Bernie Carbo, who singled his last time up. 1 for 4. And he'll lace a single, so back-to-back 2-out singles. And they're going to cut off the throw, holding Carbo at first, and Evans will move to third. So runners at the corners now with 2 down for Rick Burleson. Did a sac fly his last time up. And 1 for 4 with a single overall. And he'll strike out swinging, and that'll do it for the Red Sox. So the Tigers come up in the bottom of the 9th, trailing by 3. Bob Stanley out there on the mound. He'll face Thompson, Kemp, and May. Kemp has already homered twice today. And he will hit a liner to Evans, who circles under it and makes the catch for the first out of the 9th. Steve Kemp up now. Flied out in the 1st and 3rd, but homered in the 6th and the 8th, all off Eckersley. And he's going to hit a long fly ball to Evans, but he's under there, and he makes the catch for the second out. So Tigers down to the last out with the bases empty. Milt May will come up. Singled his last time up, 1 off Campbell. He's 1 for 4. Came around and scored Tigers run. And it's going to be a ground ball back to Stanley. He'll throw it over to Yastrzemski, and the Red Sox win 6-3. So the Red Sox have taken the first 2 games of the series. We'll go for the sweep tomorrow. Let's get the box score. So, all right, so Eckersley will get the win. He improves to 7-2. But I've still let up a lot of hits, though. 9 hits in 7 innings, but only 2 runs, both of them earned. 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. 2 solo shots to Steve Kemp. Bill Campbell had a rough outing, throwing 3 hits in just a third of an inning with an earned run. Bob Stanley gets his 8th save, pitching 1 2/3 of scoreless relief. Jim Slaton falls to 4-4, 7 1/3 innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. 6 walks though, only 1 strikeout and 2 home runs. 1 to Remy in the first and 1 to Rice in the 9th. Actually, not in the 9th. Remy is first home run and Rice is 9th. Red Sox improve to 23-14. Tigers fall to 14-19. Hitting stars for the Red Sox. Jerry Remy 2 for 4 with his first home run of the season. A couple of runs scored. Jim Rice hit a solo home run. I think it was a solo home run, but does it at 2 RB? No, I think it was a 2-run homer actually. Yeah. So 2 RBIs for Rice. Kai Yastrzemski was 3 for 5 with a couple of runs batted in. And Bernie Carbo, getting a start at DH, was 2 for 5. Lou Whitaker, 3 for 5. Steve Kemp, 2 for 5 with a couple of solo home runs. And Tim Cochran and Wright was 2 for 4. So that is it. The Red Sox will go tomorrow for their sweep in the series. Let's take a look at the schedule for tomorrow. Tomorrow it'll be Bill Spaceman Lee goes up against Milt Wilcox for the Tigers. So thank you for joining us. We'll see you in the next 1978 Red Sox replay using Strat-o-matic Baseball. My co-host Mr. Brody and I signing off on a Saturday afternoon. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye. Say bye to everybody, Brody. Say bye-bye. You want to go out now? Mr. Brody wants to go out. So Mr. Brody's going to go out for his daily exercise now. So take care, and we may be back later today for another 1978 video. Huh, Mr. Brody? You want to do another video today? I think Mr. Brody's up for that. All right, so take care and God bless. Bye-bye.